Okay, good evening. Um, it is day 126 of coding every day. Um, so I'm not really sure what I want to be doing today. Honestly, even if I want to like code today, might do one of those cop outs where I like code one line in the terminal, but I just wanted to like I don't know, like talk because I was thinking about what I wanted to do today earlier today because I was like, oh, maybe I'll just do another like leetcode whatever. I was like, oh, I really want to start a project, even if it's just, I don't know. But like, I was sitting here trying to think of like a project to start, and I was like, okay, so in the fall, I'm gonna have to start applying for full time, positions because I'm gonna be a senior. Almost every single internship requires you to be in school after completing the internship, um, which I won't be, and I don't really plan on doing a master's program. So I was like, okay, what do I want my resume to look like? Because I still think, like right now on my resume, I have my computer architecture project I just put on there. So I have it as like computer architecture, and it's like a 16-bit architecture defining instructions with an assembler and a full working CPU like simulator and simulated DRAM and caching and blah blah blah, all that. And then I have a machine learning project, and then I have a full stack project. That's a big breadth of you know, projects and topics and fields within computer science. And so it's like if there's like full stack posting and I apply with my current resume, the guy that has three full stack projects on his resume is going to get it over me, obviously. And there are thousands of applicants right now who, when any company posts something, they'll all have a full resume of full stack stuff. So why would they ever go, with me? Same thing if I applied to some systems thing, they would see full stack and machine learning, only one systems thing, and then they'd go to the next person. So it's like I really want to. I really think I do need to specialize in something, and so um, I was like, okay, let's think about what that is and do a project for that. And I've been thinking all evening, and I don't know. I literally do not know what I want to do after college, in terms of like what in the field in particular. There's like two sides. It's like, what do I know I could be really successful in, and what do I have a solid grasp of currently, and what do I actually want, to do? Um, and I know that I could go into like a full stack or a front end or a back end role and excel at that because I've been doing that for years now. I started doing front end stuff in high school, um, and I never really stopped up until this point. I've always done, kind of website projects here and there. So it's like I know how to use React. I know how to use, HTML, CSS, um, JavaScript, then all like database stuff. I know how to use SQL and MongoDB. I just learned, a part of AWS services, some, Lambda, whatever, Firebase authentication, all these things, back end server hosting platform. Like I know how to build out a website on the front and back end, deploy it in like, pretty efficiently. So I know I could go into, I mean, there'd be a lot of like things I need to study before you're interviewing for these positions. Because a lot of the terminology would probably slip through me, if they were like, oh, why are React components, so good or whatever. I don't really have you know, an answer off the top of my head or like, oh, or maybe like policies and stuff like that, and more like on the network side of things, or I don't know. There's a lot of questions that I wouldn't know, but I know that would be my easiest in. But at the same time, I know that's a lot of people's easiest in. I feel like a full stack and stuff like that is like whenever I think about a job in like being a software developer, it's usually like full stack. That's what I hear like all the time. It's like full stack, full stack, full stack. Then there's like most my experience, and also again after this summer, I'm now gonna have two experiences that are based around machine learning. Um, I think machine learning is cool. I wouldn't ever want to put myself in that like kind of subcategory of um like large language models because I feel like that's gonna phase out quite a bit at some point. Because there's a lot of hype around it right now, but I don't think that'll always be the case. Um, but machine learning will always be around. Um, and I mean, I think it's cool, but I don't know. It doesn't like when I think about like working in it, it's not like I don't know. It's not the most exciting. Um, I think one of the big I don't know because like a lot of stuff I judge it off of like how do I feel like working on a project. Now here's the thing: working on a project, the reason why I enjoy doing making like websites is because I know how to make one. And so it's like if I have a new idea, right? Like with my code visualizer thing, that was a completely like new idea from anything I've done, but I already know the foundation of that, like this the foundation, of how to like make that. And so it's just more enjoyable because you can um I don't know, it's just more enjoyable because you can build something quick, right? I don't have to keep looking stuff up or asking for assistance. Um, when on the other hand, if I was doing anything machine learning right now, like if you sat me down, if you gave me nothing, no resources, and you gave me just an IDE, I could build out a website, 100%. Um, would it be React? It could be. I feel like I'd have a lot of there's a lot of little things, but like I know I could do an easily a static website very very quickly if it was in like a framework or something like that. I could still do it with no resources, just like a debugger. Um, but if you did something machine learning, there's no way. Literally, I wouldn't know even where to start. There's I don't know. And there's so much abstraction to at least what I've done with machine learning that it's like I'm just importing a million things and just using their built-in stuff. And I hate that. I really hate that because I feel like I'm not building anything. I'm just using other things. Um, but I mean, that's only two things. And there's embedded systems, which that one like sounds the most interesting. Um, I love the idea of embedded systems, but I've never really like worked on it, and like almost fear that's because I don't enjoy it. I feel like I haven't given myself a full, I don't know, the best shot at it. I feel like I had like a Raspberry Pi, and I don't know really how to program a Raspberry. It's just a mini computer. Like I've never used a microcontroller and made something like. Actually, that's false. I used a microcontroller in my last class, and that was a fun project. But I don't know. There's something like I don't know. But embedded systems is like, I guess it's cool. Then there's like systems, just, like operating systems, kernel development, stuff like that. That stuff is scary to me. I won't lie. That stuff is really scary. It's cool and intriguing, and like learning about it is great. But to actually work on like a kernel and work on like system low level stuff like that, I don't know. I feel like new grad, I don't think I can be skilled enough by that time to get hired. Um, and then there's like cybersecurity. I feel like I would have had to do so many years of stuff at this point to have a good shot at cybersecurity out of college. And also, I don't really care for cybersecurity. I want to actually build things, if that makes sense. I don't really want to just be like a pen tester or an analyst or something like that, or someone who builds like models to detect intrusion. I don't care for that. So cybersecurity, that one I can definitely cross off the list. The only appealing thing about that is like, oh, job security, but yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah, so embedded is like definitely something I want to explore, I guess. Um, what was the other? I made like a list of these things. Um, that yeah, you can see that if I do that. Here, I'll just do this. Um, yeah, so front end, back end, full stack. I feel like I'll have, I feel like what I might do is because I definitely have enough like full stack projects that like once I finish like the code visualizer one at some point, um, I'll have code visualizer, Quibbly, and um, I think that's actually all. Actually, the big thing is once I do the other RAU this summer, I'll only have to put two projects on my resume because right now I have three projects, one experience. That'll change to two experience, one project, or two projects. So I have those two for full stack. So I'll still like submit like full stack and like front end, back end applications for in the fall, in the spring or whatever if I don't get something in the fall. Um, Again, operating systems is kind of scary. I don't know. Systems with like drivers. I don't know. Network engineers, like, I don't know. I feel like I'd rather be just like a backend developer at that point. Like, that seems cooler. I feel like you can do like backend actually had, I kind of did have some interest into that, maybe still do. Um, Actually, after my interview um, with, uh, 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 Epsilon, also, let me change monitor just so I can uh oh, properties. What am I doing? No, I want to one second. Delete that. Add window capture uh Zen transform stretch. Not that. That is not the one I want to stretch to screen. That one. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It's just like so cybersecurity. I think I'm just gonna toss that out. AI, machine learning. I don't know. I really don't care for it, to be honest. But I don't know. It's like I guess we'll see after this summer because I'm gonna be doing shit on that again. I mean, I enjoyed working on it like last summer. It was fine, but like I said again, I didn't feel like I was building anything. It just felt like I was just importing stuff and using other people's things. It was like I don't know. I really like that. Um, which I know that's not just all what ML is. I'm just my experience so far has been that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So like backend developers up there, I guess, and then embedded stuff. Um, Robotics is cool, honestly. Um, yeah, I I like the whole computer architecture stuff. I've been really enjoying the class, but I just don't think I'll be ready for something like that. You know, post grad. Um, so yeah, I'm looking at like back end embedded. That would be, I guess those are the two things. So then it's like, what projects do I want at that point? Um, I mean, for back end, the thing that I liked about the reason I say I had interest in back end was because of um the interview. Yeah, I completely forgot to talk. And he was like, he brought up actually, he was like, oh, what's a way to speed up an API? And he was like, and I said caching, and he was like, and then I asked the question, I'm like, oh, do you have like in computer architecture, you have like the L1, L2, L3, you have different levels of caching before you'll start, accessing whatever the actual DRAM, the thing that takes a while to like get back a response. You're like, yeah, we do that the same thing with backend with, each database. Each database, will have multiple caches. And so then it was like just thinking about like, I guess any of this like database or cloud infrastructure and all that stuff and like routing traffic and speeding up this stuff and handling all it, it's interesting. But again, like the really cool stuff to me is always the physical thing, right? Um, like when you see like self-driving cars and like the drone stuff in Boston Dynamics, SpaceX, U.S. Air Force stuff, military stuff, all these physical uh pieces of engineering like that is like their cool stuff, and it's like to program. And I'm not saying like to build that stuff, but to get it like to work on that stuff and like to see like your code be able to run that thing, right? Like I don't know. That's that'd be really cool. Opposed to, sitting in an office all day just being able to handle network traffic and speed it up. It's like it's a job, right? But it's like if I have the choice right now, right? I have the most freedom right now. I don't have a family or anything like that. I can still live with my parents. So it's like, you know, while I can, why not try for the thing that I really want? So I'm trying to figure out what that thing is, what I really want. Um, so yeah, maybe we'll start a project for embedded embedded stuff. Um, I don't know. I guess right now we can just kind of play around with some ideas, maybe. Um, through like Chat GPT. They're all really boring. I won't lie. I don't like any of those. I guess like this is like computer vision stuff's cool. Um, already did number one. Have you got a cool fucking drone strike? The fuck is this emoji? Oh, I don't know. This is just tough, man. Here, I won't be a fraud. We'll do something. for coding. But yeah, I don't know. It's just it's tough. I don't know if this is like a common problem. I don't even know if people think about it. They just kind of want a job that period. They don't really care what it is, just coding a job, I guess. Obviously not everyone, but maybe like the majority, they just don't care. But it's like I don't know. I kind of care what I do with the next 40 years of my life. Um. mm, 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 mm. Oh no, 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 no. I hate ASCII. Find words containing character. You're given a zero index array of strings and a character X. Return an array of indices representing the words that contain the character X. Literally, if it is in the word, what? Just for each? Or, oh my God. Result is equal to an empty array for each in words if um a list, turn this into a list if X is in this, um so not just this, result dot append index. Wow, look at that. We're not a fraud. We can code it for the day. Okay. Yeah, I don't know though. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God. I just don't know what to work towards. I hate it. I hate it so much. I've had this issue for like years, to be honest, like since starting this. Like going in like I've always I don't know. Like it started in high school. I was like, I don't know what to do at all. And then I just saw everyone else go into computer science around me, IRL and online. Literally everyone. And I was like, okay. By literally everyone, I mean like four people. But um I was like, why not? I'll just follow them. I like computers. I've been on computers my whole life. Um, and then like since it's just been like struggling to find what I even wanted to do in this. And I'm not like even with like how bad the market is right now or whatever. Um, I'm not there isn't another major or a different direction I really would have liked to take, I guess. Like maybe some mechanical or robotics or something like that. Maybe if it ends up, I do really like embedded stuff, and it's like, oh, maybe it would have been nice to, have more engineering classes and not just theory of computers. Um, but yeah, I I could keep rambling on. I don't think I'll come to a conclusion just yet. Anyone for whatever reason is watching and has any, you know, method of trying to like figure out what to do. I think it is just do it and see if you like it, I guess. Because I haven't actually given a good shot to like embedded work. Same thing I could say with cybersecurity, even with AI. All of the stuff that I've worked in has been like not that intense. So yeah. So I'll just end it here. Um I'm gonna think about this more throughout the night and into the morning. I need to do more than the algebra stuff. I only got through like 3 sections today, which, you know, if it was a couple weeks out from the test, that'd be great. But it's on Tuesday, and this is deciding my GPA and if I get credit for this class. So, um, you know, kind of got to do a little more. I'm literally clicking this pen right into my mic. Sorry. Um, yeah. So more linear algebra probably tonight and tomorrow and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. But at the same time, trying to figure out, what I'm working towards, you know, I want to go into the fall with a resume that I'm really, really proud of. Like, really proud. 2 experiences and 2 really solid projects. Um, and maybe working on like interpersonal skills. I don't even know what that means. But career fairs don't go the best. Definitely not the best at that stuff. So I don't know. We got time, I guess. We'll figure it out. But anyways, I'm going to go. Um, and I will see you tomorrow for day 127. Okay, take care. Bye.